I used to work for a company for over 20 years. It was a tech startup. Two creative geniuses invented the electronic gizmo that was very useful in the heavy industry. Back then, we had about 100 employees. Everybody knew everybody, from the office to the shop floor. We had to be knowledgeable, committed, and flexible. We had to see the big picture. However, management had to know what the grunts were dealing with. Training was provided, so future management would come from us. Problems were resolved efficiently. We felt like a real team. We felt appreciated and respected. Every year, we had a lavish Christmas party at the Hilton Hotel, spouses included. When the original owners reached retirement age, they sold the company to megacorporation. Megacorporation, however, wanted mega profit, so they ramped up production. There is extensive literature on what happens when you do this. I guess corporate greed overrides these concerns. When we reached 300-400 employees, problems started to pop up. Problems that were unimaginable in the old days. People did not know each other anymore. The shop floor became cliquey and tribalized, not just along the lines of production groups, but also by ethnic groups. As the original management got replaced, the connection between the office and the shop floor got severed. It became us and them. Production problems were not resolved, and the workers were left to struggle with inferior equipment and parts. Conflicts and territoriality became widespread between the unhappy employees. Actual fights broke out. Human resources became the agent of the company, working against the employees. Finally, the last vestiges of more people-friendly times were removed, of course in the name of moving forward. On the new plantation, there are no overseers with whips. So what's the way to keep the plantation workers down? This is my company's recipe. Like a good racist, hire some vulnerable brown people, maybe some Chinese. These people are going to be busy with typical immigrant issues and not able to advocate for themselves. These people do not know how to organize a union, so they are not going to be a threat. They are happy that they made it big in Canada and they can wear white lab coats. Keep the pay just above the minimum wage. You see, it's not exploitation if the company gives generous opportunities to overtime. Make it more like an expectation. Make it the norm. Break production down into easy steps, so the workers are only responsible for a small detail on the assembly line. This traps the workers. If at crunch time insane quotas need to be met, start a rumor that if the company does not fight for its survival, it's going to be sold, it's going to be moved to Mexico. And make the fear-mongering a yearly ritual. Keep progressive propaganda up and pretend that the wonderful ideas from above are going to move everybody towards a bright new future. Is it likely that the plantation workers rise up and walk away from their exploitation and entrapment? No. They are not dirt poor. Their wage gives them a semblance of a better life. When you walk through the parking lot, you can see nice cars, but most of these people live in rental units. They don't have a chance to own their own home. Immigration is not going to dwindle. Established patterns of letting them do the work is not going to stop. Also, we have ample supply of homegrown brown people who are docile and not too ambitious, thanks to our wonderful school system. So who are the new plantation owners? Who are the beneficiaries of globalization? I'm quite sure that at the top there is a lot of cold calculation and cynicism. The system is so entrenched that the middle and lower management types don't need instructions from above. The indoctrinated do the dirty work with conviction, as unfortunate historic examples show. Supposedly in the name of DEI, Christmas got cancelled. Eid and Diwali got the green light, but not Christmas. A few of us organized a slideshow in a cafeteria showing how people celebrated Christmas around the world, customs and traditions. The HR woman stormed in and pulled the plug on us, saying that this is advocating for a religion. By the way, our diverse audience did not think that we wanted to convert them. There was one thing that the queen of HR could not cancel. The tradition I started back then. On the last workday before Christmas, I walked around the workstations and played Christmas melodies on my flute. The oppressed and overworked little people got goosebumps. They loved it. It reminded them that we are people.